Think about the last time you saw something beautiful. A sunset, a quiet street, a moment that just felt right. Now be honest with yourself. Did you actually enjoy it? Or did you spend the whole time trying to get a good photo of it, moving around to find the right angle, waiting for the perfect light, already thinking about what you would write underneath it before the moment was even finished? If that feels familiar, this video is for you. Because what just happened is not just a phone habit, it is something much deeper. And most people have no idea it is already happening to them. This is not about social media, not really. This goes underneath that. This is about what starts to happen to a person when they live their life as though a camera is always rolling. When the difference between who you actually are and who you want to appear to be gets so small that you stop being able to tell them apart. This is happening to millions of people right now. And the scary part is that it feels completely normal from the inside. For most of human history, nobody was watching. You could think something without performing it. You could feel something without framing it. Your private life was actually private. It belonged to you, not to anyone else's opinion of you. But something changed. We now carry a stage in our pockets. Every time you open your phone, you are stepping onto a platform that is asking you to perform. And the strange thing is, we started to enjoy the performance. We got good at it. And then we forgot it was a performance at all. There's a concept in psychology about a specific type of prison. A prison designed so that the guards can see every prisoner at any moment, but the prisoners never know exactly when they're being watched. The result is remarkable. The prisoners start watching themselves. They start behaving as though someone is always looking because someone might be looking at any time. And that feeling, the possibility of being watched, is psychologically the same as actually being watched. Social media has done this to people. You never know who is looking at your profile right now, who saw your last post, who has an opinion about you that you'll never hear. So you start to manage yourself. Before you post something, before you say something, before you even feel something, you run it through a filter in your head. How will this look? What will people think? Is this the right version of me to show right now? And the brain gets rewired in the process. Every time someone likes something you post, your brain releases a small hit of a chemical called dopamine. The same chemical that fires when you eat something good or achieve something you worked hard for. And the brain learns fast. It starts wanting that hit again and again. And each time it takes slightly more to feel the same thing. So the posts get more carefully crafted. The image gets more polished. The personality gets more curated. Until you're no longer posting to connect with people. You're posting because your brain needs the response. The whole thing reversed itself without you noticing. And now, you're building your personality around what gets the best reaction, not around who you actually are. But here's the part that's really worth paying attention to. Because the cost of all of this is not just what it does to you, it's what it does to the people around you. When you start living like you're the main character of your own story, and this happens gradually, quietly, without any dramatic moment where you decide to do it, the people in your life slowly become part of the background. Your friend going through something difficult becomes a side story. Someone doing something kind for you becomes a detail. Other people stop being real, complicated, fully formed human beings with their own lives going on. They become part of your story instead of having their own. And here's the thing. It doesn't feel cruel when this is happening. It actually feels like you finally understand how everything works. That feeling of clarity, That sense of being at the center of something, that's exactly what makes it so hard to see. Because what's actually happening is this. The more you live inside your own performance, the harder it becomes to genuinely connect with anyone. Real connection, the kind that actually matters, the kind that makes you feel less alone, requires something that performance cannot give you. It requires letting someone see you when you have no control over how you look, when you don't know what they will think, when you can't edit the moment before it happens. That's the only way another person can really know you. And it's exactly the thing the performing version of you is designed to avoid. So you end up surrounded by reactions and responses and an audience, and still completely alone. And you start calling that living. Here's the truth at the end. You can't just decide to stop performing. It doesn't work like that. The habit lives in your head now. The audience you built lives in your mind, even when your phone is in another room. The question you have to sit with is this: is there still a version of you that exists when nobody is watching? A thought that was never going to be a post, a feeling that was never going to be a caption, something that belongs only to you and nobody else. If you can find that, even one small, quiet thing that is completely yours, hold on to it, because that's the last real thing. And if it disappears, you don't lose your followers, you lose yourself. This is what psychology looks like when it goes all the way down. Not dramatic, not obvious, just a slow, quiet shift until the mirror becomes the only face you know. New video every week on Sophix. If this is the kind of conversation you want to keep having, subscribe. I'll see you next week.